Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's the one and only Optibotimus coming with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the incredible support of my patrons, Optibotimus Plus channel members, and those of you that just hit that thumbs up button, we're going to be taking a look at the new Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Class Wheeljack. For the package, all of these Netflix figures have this really nice white sort of packaging. You got the Transformers Tax Generation logo, nice open window that fully showcases Wheeljack with his new paint job. The side here has a nice up-close image of Wheeljack. Then you come around to this side, you got the nice artistic red and black image of the Ark crashing down to Earth. Come around to the back of the package, you can see that he transforms in 18 steps, and you got images of him in his robot and vehicle mode. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have Wheeljack open up out of his packaging and obviously in his vehicle mode. And starting off first, he does come with a piece to assemble Teletran 1. This one kind of looks like it's a ground section. So bringing in a couple of the other ones, we got L right here, which you can see is going to connect right like so. And then again, you're more than likely going to have to fold these pieces. So that, you know, it is what it is. I do wish, I keep saying this, that they were on thicker cards just because it'll display better, but we'll see. And then, again, this one here, I'm not sure which one it came with. It came in the first wave, same as this one. You can see Optimus right there, but you can attach that there. And the general consensus is people, is that even right? That doesn't even seem to line up. Well, no, it does. It's just that kind of looks weird how there's when you put it like that, it doesn't, I don't know, I guess maybe it is. It kind of looks like it, like down here, but you can see how it's coming across. And like I was saying, the general consensus from some of you guys that have watched my other reviews, you want to see a full video of me putting this together. So I'll probably do that, but you know, his is just a ground section. So there you go. As for Wheeljack, I really like the way that this guy looks. There is one thing that I wish that this one had, that the other one also has, but they removed it on here. That would be the numbers here. Just bringing in the other one just to kind of get out of the way. You can see basically the coloring is almost identical. This one has a lot more damage painted onto it, which does look good. That's not really bad at all. But the Siege one was fairly clean for the most part. You remember that they used to have that battle damage and then they got rid of it in some of the later figures. This is kind of like what they had in the initial part. So it doesn't look bad. It's spread out pretty decently, but you can see like the back section here doesn't have the Aerobolt logo. That's gone. You can kind of see that the striping here is a little bit different. You got a little bit more white on the gap between the red and the green than on here. Little more gapping between the red and the green on this as well. Let's take the weapons off here. These are basically the same, but one thing that I do like is the uniformed color on this one. It's all done in this lighter gray, which looks good. This one is like a darker gray, but you had that white post that stuck out. So when you put it on his shoulder, that stuck out, and that was kind of ugly. That at least looks a little bit better because it blends in. So I like that a whole lot more. One aspect that you can see, though, is the black section here has been just left blank, but you can see that it's like this whole section here is this dark gray, and then it's just painted over with this cream color, which bleeds through a little bit and gives a little bit more of a worn look. You kind of have that with the back section as well. I like that, but like this one here really sticks out. Like this is a little bit better. Like the color match is a little bit better. This one, it's like the cream color, and then you got that weird section here where it's very noticeable. Not so much noticeable on this side. That one definitely is, though. But like all these different sponsor logos and everything have been removed. That doesn't bother me all that much, but I wish it left the number on there. That just is a little bit more Wheeljack-ish. You also have the red tires. These ones are black. I kind of like the black ones a little bit more. It just kind of fits a little bit better. And then I do like what they did here with the back, where this entire section is done in a gray plastic, whereas this one just had it through the middle and then the little exhaust bits right there. So overall, it is a nice update. As a huge Wheeljack fan, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can say if I like one more than the other. I mean, they got rid of the black section right there above the Autobot logo. That's a little bit cleaner looking. But it's really hard for me to say one is better than the other and you should get one over the other, because there really isn't that much of a difference between them, and that might turn some people off. So I don't know. But transformation is the exact same. You guys know that. I'm not going to focus on it. If you need any help with the transformation, my playlists are available. You can check out those reviews. But by now, everybody should kind of know how to transform this guy. So using some of that good old-fashioned Optibotimus movie magic, we're going to go from Wheeljack looking like this to looking like this. And again, there's not really a lot that's super different between these two. It's hard for me to say that if you didn't get the previous one that you should run out and pick this one up. I don't even know. Taking a look, I mean, there's a couple of aspects, honestly, that I like in both of them. You can see you get a lot more of that battle damage coming through, which, again, doesn't bother me really all that much because, I mean, he kind of has it in the Siege, or the War for Cybertron show. This is a little bit more clean and kind of works a little bit better just as a kind of general Wheeljack, I guess. But you can see, like, not as much battle damage in the legs, not as much here in the shoulders. The sections up here are now gray again. You can see what I was talking about before, where this little white nub stuck out, where this one doesn't really all that much because it kind of blends in with the gray that's on the back here now, as opposed to the silver that this has. I kind of like that silver a little bit more. Also, the head sculpt, you can see, well, come on now, dude. The head sculpt is actually a little bit darker now between the two. If I come in, you can kind of see it. There's a little bit better, or not better, but a brighter silver that's on the old one than the new one. I mean, again, it's a minor thing. I kind of like the fact that this is just now all white across the board as opposed to the black there. You don't have the logos and everything on the sides of his hand section now. This piece up here, because that's all done in the gray, is gray. I mean, the blacks are basically the same. Like I said, there really isn't a lot that's different between these two. So, you guys know me. I am a huge Wheeljack fan. And there's sometimes that double dipping is good. Obviously, characters like Elita 1, Bumblebee, those are new characters from existing molds and things like that. This is the same character. So, I really can't say that I recommend picking this guy up. Ultimately, I probably will just keep this. I'll probably swap that out with this one, and then probably sell this guy. There's not a huge, I guess, difference for me. Let's see how this kind of looks on here, because this is all like gray. I mean, that kind of sticks out a little bit more because, again, you got the silver there. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much. So I don't even know if I would actually keep that. So it's really hard. It's really hard. Just have him hold that, I suppose. I mean, that doesn't look right. And obviously, you can put it on this side, and it would hide a whole lot more. But that's not where his shoulder cannon belongs. I still don't know why you got the little post, or the whole section there in the back. I mean, that's still there. So, I mean, the only way that I can really recommend this would honestly be if you didn't get this guy. And if you really want those Teletran One pieces, his at least is the ground. So if you don't have an interest in having a ground form, I feel like I don't have that locked in all the way. You know, that's a legitimate thing. If you don't want the ground, you don't have to put it on there. So, I mean, that makes it a little bit easier to kind of avoid the guy. He's a good figure. Don't get me wrong. If you did not get that original one, I would pick this guy up. But I feel like people that buy Transformers probably already have Wheeljack. So this one is definitely not one that I can really encourage people to go out and get. And that really hurts my feelings because I love Wheeljack so much. I mean, even in the new War for Cybertron series, I really like the characterization of him. There's kind of sticking to that core sort of personality that he had from the G1 days that I love. So, I don't know. I mean, there's your look. I'm just kind of repeating myself at this point in time right now. Get him if you didn't get the other one, or if you really, really want that floor piece. That's all I can really think of. But all that being said, if Wheeljack here, this particular version, is one that you would like to add to your collection, all of these new Netflix figures are exclusive, at least here in the United States, to Walmart stores. And he is out there, so if you are looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. If you like this video, I would really appreciate if you would do one very simple thing for me. And that's just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, I gotta send a huge shout out to all of my patrons and Optibotimus Plus channel members, who through their continued support, now more than ever, help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron like these guys, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Optibotimus. Or if you want to keep all of your perks and rewards like custom comment emojis and loyalty badges, exclusive member live streams and Zoom calls, as well as the occasional giveaway like these guys do, consider becoming a member of Optibotimus Plus like Stu1, who was my most recent channel member giveaway winner. And for you to sign up, all you have to do is click on that little join button right down there. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.